Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, a weekly battle of wits, debating everything from horseshoes to hand grenades, all for the privilege to be called right. And now, your hosts, Bobo and Travis.
Hey guys, welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. I'm Travis, with me always is Bobo.
Hello.
How's it going, buddy?
I'm living the fucking dream.
We're not having the greatest night here at the at Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. Bobo,
I have issues too, but I didn't tell you about them pre-air. But you can tell me about yours first.
Oh, good. Well, I guess first off, Bobo's recording equipment didn't work. But anyways, besides that, this episode nearly didn't happen because I was about 10 minutes away from calling Bobo and texting Bobo to tell him I was going to the hospital.
Whoa, what?
Yeah. I almost went to the hospital tonight.
For?
I got food stuck in my throat again. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God. It's so infuriating.
Okay, question.
Yes.
Was it steak?
No. It was,
So, the one voicemail I got from Family Fun Time who said, get your shit together about eating steak. It is not the steak, so he was kind of right.
Yeah, it's I'm not a big fan of steak. No, it was like a piece of sausage that got stuck. I don't know why this shit happens. Like, I honestly, and this is so every time this has happened, which I think this is the third time that like we'll call this 2.5 times because I didn't have to go to the hospital on this one, but like. I was like, this is bullshit. Like, I don't want to take the time to go to the hospital. Like, I don't want to, and Mandy wasn't home. So like, I would have had to call her and be like, listen, like either you got to come home and take me to the hospital or you just meet me there, whichever one you want.
Right.
But like, I was eating a sausage sandwich and I swear to God, it was the last bite, the last bite of sausage in the sandwich. You know how there's always a little bit of bun left over, which is horse shit. But, last bite of the sausage, and like I was just like, oh God, no, it got stuck. So I took like a drink, and that just came right back up, and I was like, fuck me. So I went and grabbed a toothbrush and tried to start making myself throw up.
Did it work?
It worked after a while. It took me I guess it was probably 5 to 8 minutes to get myself to like actually get it out.
Whoa. But did you, basically you take your finger, you stick it in the back of your throat, you're going to throw up, right?
Yeah, no, not this way. Like, I could have been the greatest porn star ever.
Dude, you still can be.
No. Like once the airway or once the trachea is clear, then then it's gonna I'm gonna vomit. But man, I tell you what, this was a struggle to get myself to actually, and I never actually didn't throw up. But boy, did I had that toothbrush down my throat farther than I've ever had anything in my throat. I'm
confused. Where does it get stuck then? Because how do you not throw up?
Well, it's low enough that when it gets stuck, it's low enough that it just blocks the way to my stomach. But it's not. But it's also low enough that I can still breathe, which is a plus. But
have you ever tried the Heimlich maneuver?
I haven't. No.
That sounds unpleasant too.
That does sound very unpleasant because like. To be honest with you, like there was a second there where I was like, man, I wonder if I have to give myself the Heimlich maneuver because this one kind of felt a little higher than the other ones. Because there was a few times where like I would take usually how I judge this if it happens because honestly, it's not clear to me that it's happening right away. But then I take a drink and then that doesn't go down and I'm like, oh shit. And if I take a small enough drink. It just sits on top of it. So it feels very uncomfortable, but it takes like probably another 30 seconds for my body to actually react and throw it up. Throw up the water.
I'm fascinated by this, but still, I think all we gotta do is find the right food that gets stuck every time. Apparently it's steak. And you could be the best porn star ever.
I guess I could. Boy, that would be very, I don't want to.
Hang on. Let me go choke myself first, and then I'll film this fucking scene.
Right, yeah. Yeah, because my throat feels kind of ripped up right now, so it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. And I'll leave this one up to you, Bobo.
Okay.
I took a picture of the piece of food, or the piece of sausage, or the little, it's actually.
Oh, we're going to post it.
Okay, do you want me to post it to the website?
Oh, yeah, if you want to post it, you know me, I have a pretty strong fucking stomach.
All right, so if you want to go see it actually isn't just like a solid piece of food. It's not like I'm trying to swallow a sausage whole, but like, and I was going to try to put a.
It'd be funny if it was just literally a picture of like a fucking foot-long hot dog. Like, I don't know why it keeps getting stuck, guys.
I don't know why, yeah. But I was gonna put like a quarter next to it for to get the size of it.
Yeah.
But like I was like, I don't want to put a quarter down, like, because it's basically vomit. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. But it is.
Just use a penny.
It is about a quarter size. Like,
use a penny.
Yeah, I could have, but I already took the picture and then I washed the sink really, really well. But yeah, you're right. I probably.
Oh, okay. You could use a penny though. I mean, pennies are they're basically useless these days.
Right, but that's exactly how cheap I am. But yeah, so that was the excitement of my night, and that promptly ended dinner. I was like, well, I'm done.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you don't want to eat after that.
Right. So, yeah. So
you'll probably be doing Soylent for the next week.
No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine tomorrow. But
hey, man, for you, Soylent has a lot of hidden benefits. All right.
I really enjoyed Soylent when we did that week of.
Then why don't you do it again tomorrow? Hey man, sometimes it's good to go off the solids for a while.
You know why I won't do it is because I don't want to do it for dinners. Like, I don't want to do it for dinners. So I would only do it for breakfast and for lunch. And I could do it for lunch, but breakfast, the Soylent is more calories than I consume at this point. So I'm not gonna start drinking Soylent and doing a 400 calorie breakfast.
Right.
So okay. I guess I could do it for lunch, but it's I don't know. Maybe I won't.
Just don't throw it. Just saying. I mean, maybe dinner too, because dinner seems to have to be the problem is choking yourself to death. So
hey, listen, I haven't died yet. I am immortal. But no,
that's true.
I do like I'd like eating dinners, and I feel like that would be like real shitty. I guess like shitty husband. Like, oh, okay, babe. Like, we're no longer eating dinners together. Like, I'm just going to be drinking this stuff and you can fend for yourself because I'm the one.
You could eat with her. You could just drink your Soylent.
Yeah. No.
It's also like the most depressing way to have dinner, though.
Right. That's why I don't want to do it. So. All
right. Well, I'm just saying. Whatever. Yeah, no. So what's going on in my fucking terrible life, besides my audio equipment not working? I mean, it is like 15 years old. I should probably get something that's not M audio.
Right.
To record with at home but it was free. I had it lying around. It's worked till this week. I don't know what the fuck. I'll get it working again. But the other thing is, we're doing we're waterproofing my basement this week.
Okay.
Which is like I don't know if you know anything about how to waterproof a basement, but it's pretty archaic. I mean, basically they just jackhammer down into the fucking cement like 15 inches, lay some fucking pipe, lay stone over it, and re-cement over top of it.
Are you doing French drains or are you doing a sump pump? What are you doing?
Make that dose sump pumps, por favor.
Oh, you're doing you're just doing a couple of sump pumps. Okay, well, that'll take care of it. It should at least.
Oh, absolutely it will. But I mean, you have to like basically dig like a trench around the whole wall of your basement.
Oh, so you are doing French drains then? So you're gonna have a trench around the side of your, or around the edges of your basement.
Well, it's covered though.
Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha.
You won't see that.
Oh,
it'll be cemented over. It'll look like a normal floor.
Oh, I see. Just with a couple sump pumps on either end, probably.
Correct. Yeah. And you won't see the sump pumps. They're outside on the other outside porch parts. They're not like in the basement.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
It's pretty cool, right? Yeah. But anyways, so they started doing that the other day. And today, now you can see where the water is coming in.
Right.
So the trenches have filled up with water.
Right.
So but you come home and there's just like a river of water running through the trenches that have been now dug in this basement. I'm like, is this normal or do I need to sell this house and like leave?
Well, it's haunted.
Well, it is. Yeah, there's spooks here.
Right. Ooh.
Okay. How was your reaction when I said that word?
Spooks?
Yes.
I feel like that's not good.
And I went to see the is it the Wizard of Oz musical last weekend? Some production of it, and they use that word like 10 times in it to refer to ghosts. They call them spooks in the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, like I understand that is a correct term, and I get that. And honestly, it's also a term for CIA agents.
Yes, it is. But she had this reaction. She's like, ooh, I don't know if you can say it. I was like, you can say it. It just means ghost. Like, they're not using it in a derogatory sense, but she did not have a good reaction to it. So I wanted to throw that word in there just to see what you thought of it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right to me.
Doesn't feel right, does it? But it is totally acceptable.
It makes my white guilt tinge a little bit. So
yeah, I think that's where that. If you want to know the line where I like to live, that's the line where you say spooks referring to ghosts.
All right, there you go.
That is Bobo's line of how I want to live my life.
Next thing you know, you're going to be bringing back gay to describe happiness.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
We're having a gay old time. All right.
Hey, man, I'm going to watch Flintstones 24/7. All right, let's move on to the Fantasy Movie League.
So wait, your whole story was you came home and where they drilled holes or where they cut out holes in your basement, there was water there.
Yeah, I was terrified. I walked in, I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
It's doing exactly what you wanted it to do, isn't it?
Well, I didn't know that at the moment. It's fucking horrifying to see what actually is happening in your house, like uncovered. It's like peeling the onion back. I was like, well, Jesus Christ. So I talked to the guy. It's all good. It's normal. He said. I was like, but you better hope it is.
That's awesome. Okay.
I'll fucking end you, motherfucker. You did it, my fucking perfect house.
You fucking asshole.
Asshole. Fucking ruined it. Fucking kill you. All right. Now we can move on to Fantasy Movie League. I don't really want to move on to Fantasy Movie League.
No. Before we move on to Fantasy Movie League, we got a voicemail.
Oh, we want to do the voicemail first?
Yeah, this is unrelated to the Fantasy Movie League, so we will.
Thank God.
we're gonna listen to this voicemail. So here we go.
Hey guys, it's MC. A little while back, I recommended those Pura Still Spiked Waters. I'd never actually had one, so I bought a 6-pack tonight, and holy shit, this is dangerous. I know you said this on air, but you can't taste the alcohol, you can't smell the alcohol. It tastes like coconut water or like some flavored water. It's clear. You could put it in a water bottle and walk around and no one would ever know. Side note, I just called Jake No Eat, and we're going to get so trashed on these things at the wedding we're all going to in California. We might just fill up gallons with them and walk around drinking gallons of this shit. Oh, fuck. He's texting me. They might not be gluten-free. God damn it, Jake. He ruins everything.
I bet they're gluten-free. I would check, but I bet they only have like 4 ingredients. I bet
Jake
they are.
Sucks. Later, guys.
You missed the ending there.
So, I have a story about Pura, actually.
Okay.
Was it this past weekend? Yes, it was.
It was.
I got fucking bombed on them.
Yes. Hold your story because we'll talk about that after Fantasy Movie League.
Yes, but that voicemail is a good segue into, boy, are they dangerous? We'll talk about that.
Yes, we're gonna get to that. Let's get the housekeeping out of the way because somebody changed their name this week. And that would be Andy to F Bobo.
I'm starting to trend in the Fantasy Movie League.
I don't know why he didn't just put fuck Bobo, but he put in F Bobo.
Yeah, just say fuck Bobo.
Yeah, whatever. That's okay. So
Andreas hasn't changed his name from what he had last time. I still have mine as Andreas blows goats. I have proof.
Right. Yes.
And until he changes that, I'm certain he blows goats in his spare time.
But congratulations, congratulations to Andy for winning this week.
No, fuck him.
Yeah,
stupid idiot.
Frank came in second. Andres came in third. Big Red came in fourth. Derp Derp fifth. Tim came in sixth. I came in seventh, beating Bobo. Which
by $40,000. Fuck off.
Yeah, whatever. Win's a win. Bobo came in eighth, and Family Fun Time came in ninth.
It was a pretty close week. I think only $11 million separated first place from last place. It was a very close week.
It was a close week, but
which is good.
Let's not.
Because I need that because I'm still behind overall too, but I'm not terribly. So if you look at the overall standings, Big Red moved into first place.
Yes, he did.
And Andy moved into second.
Yep.
But Andy's only $5 million behind Big Red. And then Derp is third, and I'm fourth. But I'm only $28 million behind first place. So, easily within striking distance.
Sure. No, okay. Yes. You just need to hope that Big Red doesn't play a week. No,
$28 million is not a big deal. Because, dude, you know what's coming out in the next couple weeks?
No, what's
Infinity War, bro. Or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, but that's an easy one.
Not necessarily, man. People get tripped up on those.
I don't know. Anyways, so like you said, Big Red's in first, Andy's in second, Derp's in third, Bobo's in a distant fourth, Andres is in fifth.
Fuck you.
Frank's in sixth, Tim's in seventh, Family Fun Time's in eighth, and I am ninth, and Biggie is in 10th, but he doesn't play, so basically I'm in last place.
He should come back. I miss him. Biggie and I decided we're going to start running some Tough Mudders together, so.
Is that right?
Yeah.
His mother was a mutter.
His father was a mutter.
Well,
we're going to be doing that soon, so look out for that.
Great.
Maybe we'll have a Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, mud run.
Sure. That sounds just as fun as CrossFit. But, yeah. So good luck with that. So do we want to talk about the Pura?
Yes. I got bombed on Pura this weekend.
Okay. Yes.
Bombed.
Uh-huh.
Dude, dangerous. I said they were dangerous. And let me tell you, man, I smashed like a 6-pack in like hour and a half. No lie.
Yeah.
While at the recording studio. And I got kicked out of the studio.
Do you remember texting with me?
What?
Yeah, I kind of figured you didn't remember texting with me.
I texted you. Hang on a second. Let me check my message. I texted with you?
Yes. So I texted you Saturday night and said, we're blowing off this week's topic. I've got shit to talk about.
I remember that. That's all I remember, though. Did I say something else?
Then you said...
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you said, I'm drunk off of Pura, and I'm buying the table pot roast.
Oh, I did do that. We went to the diner after I got kicked out of the studio, and I'm in the band, by the way. So getting kicked out is like a rare talent of mine, apparently. Only I've ever done it. We went to the diner afterwards, and I told the table when the waitress came over, I said, "Don't worry, I'm ordering for the table." And then I said, 4 pot roast, please.
God damn it! Does that sound terrible to me?
Yeah, they did not respect my demands. But in a heady play. So, Travis, do you know the 3 things you need to do to not get a hangover when you drink? Do you know what they are?
No.
We've talked about this, right?
Possibly. Refresh our memories.
All right, but listen, Prestige Worldwide podcast listeners, this is a fucking foolproof, I promise you. You want to not get hungover? Listen to what I say.
Okay.
If you do not want to get hungover, you need 3 things. A, you need to drink 8 ounces of water right before you go to bed. B, you need to take 2 aspirin right before you go to bed. And C, you need to eat a banana.
Oh, you had talked about the banana thing.
All 3 of those things, though, are important. So I was at the diner, and of course, I'm at the diner, and I'm starting to like, I don't want to get hungover. How do I not get a hangover tomorrow? Like that hits you all of a sudden. So I ordered a banana split for the banana.
Wait, aren't you not eating sugar?
Oh, I'm off that. I'm back on the sugar. Anyways.
Oh, when did you give that up?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever, like a week ago.
Anyways, all right, so you bought a banana split.
Yes, and just so I could eat the banana, though. I don't really like banana splits, but I ate the banana.
Good for you.
It's a real expensive fucking banana.
Well, you know what? I mean, I'm sure the best part of that was the ice cream.
I ate banana.
That's awesome. Yeah, I texted you because it was Mandy's and I's wedding anniversary this past weekend.
Okay.
And so for our wedding anniversary, we decided...
Sorry for her loss.
Yeah, me too. We decided to go to a Pittsburgh Penguins game, which happened to be the last game of the season, the last regular game of the season, a regular season game of the season. Excuse me. And so we bought tickets. We drove to Pittsburgh, and
it's a far fucking drive. Good for you, buddy.
We proceeded to do some day drinking. And the funny part about it is, so we went to we went to the same restaurant that we went to last time we were in Pittsburgh because we liked it so much. But
Okay.
the last time we were in Pittsburgh, we were also there for a Penguins game. We went. It was an afternoon game, so we went after the game, which we were a little bit more drunk last time than we were this time.
Okay.
And so we got to the restaurant, and I was like, I'm not nearly as drunk as I was last time. She goes, yeah, and we started like, eating the food because we basically got the same thing that we got last time. And I turned to her, I was like, you know what? I'm glad we came back. It tastes better this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
like it could have gone the other way.
It absolutely could have gone the other way. But I tell you what, the place is amazing. And it's just like it's a taco joint. It's actually called Taco. It's TAKO in Pittsburgh. I can't recommend it enough.
Whoa. TAKO?
Yeah. And
all right, I'm not ever going there.
What? No. It's like I feel like I don't know what's over it. It's not an umlaut that's over the A because I'm pretty sure that it's Spanish. But I don't know what the Spanish version of an umlaut is. That's when you put over letters. So like it seems like it may be an actual I don't know how to put it. Like it's the right word in a different language.
Stupid. The word you look for is stupid because that name is ridiculous.
I mean, it's taco. Whatever.
Taco with a K. Jesus Christ.
But anyways, the place was awesome. But so we proceeded to order a couple top shelf margaritas, and we got pretty bombed before the game.
Oh, dude, absolutely. You just got to get loose and conversational.
Right. So we get to the game, and we both. Oh no, I grab a drink. Mandy wanted to wait till the second period to resume her drinking.
That's stupid. That was a mistake.
Probably not. It was probably a nice heady play for her. But so we sit down, and the first period's going by, and there's two. It seems like it's two couples that are sitting behind us. Now, I don't know how to put this without sounding like an asshole, but the seats we got were a little bit better seats than what we normally would. They're a little bit more expensive. But,
why does it make you sound like an asshole? You got some decent seats. Good
yeah, I know, but like, whatever. But however, like they weren't like great seats, but they were good seats.
Okay.
And ones that, you gotta shell out a couple bucks for them. Well, I started getting so fucking pissed off because as soon as the puck drops, these two ladies behind us start talking about, I don't even know what, like veterinarian school or some bullshit about how they need to do their internships. And I was,
what?
Yes. Yeah. Like not even paying attention to the game.
But how did you hear them over like the roar of the crowd and stuff?
Nope. They were that loud. You could I heard like every word they were saying. Finally, I was like, this is ridiculous. I said to Mandy, I was like, they're not even fucking watching the game. And I like to yell whenever we're at games, with the crowd or whatever. And I just like, there was a couple times where I was just like, why don't you try watching the fucking game instead of talking? They may have gotten the hint at some point because it did die down. I don't know if it was because the game was going on and it got a little bit more exciting, but god damn it, man, it was pissing me off. That's when I texted you. I was like, that's it. We're not talking about anything else this weekend because I got to talk about this story. But they were talking like at one point I tried to start taking notes about
what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I pulled out my phone. I started taking notes, but I think I was pretty drunk, so I just wrote down two girls talking about nursing school behind me. I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, nursing school. Okay.
No,
okay.
I'm not even sure who's nursing school. Like they had to do an internship, but I don't even know what it was. 30 classes for 12. I don't even know what that means. But I wrote that in my notes. And just talking about their work throughout the period. Then I just wrote down. So I something new is going on with hockey because the the Nashville Predators. They started this thing, I guess, last year where they have like a band playing in between periods. And, you know, it's a cover band, whatever, and I get it. It's Nashville. It's a music town. It's whatever. Well, this is the first time I saw Pittsburgh try to do it. And it was a god-awful band. Like, they played, I don't even remember what Queen song it was, but they played a Queen song. It was like Freddie Mercury was dying all over again.
Oh, God.
Oh, dude, it was so bad. Like,
that makes my heart hurt.
It was so bad. Like, I'm tempted to give out the band's name just so like people can maybe look up some videos of them.
Are they that bad though in the videos? Have you seen the videos to confirm before we tell the listeners?
Nope. In fact, I had forgotten that I wrote down their band's name in my notes. Yeah, I things were a little hazy from that night, but
sounds like it.
It was so bad. And then the worst part about it was, they lost. The Penguins lost.
Nice.
In overtime. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. But I was so pissy too.
I did look up the game because I wasn't going to let you forget what happened because I have to make you talk about the outcome because that makes me happy.
Oh, this is the third game we've gone to this year, and every time they've lost.
You know what that means, right?
I can't ever go to another game.
You can never go to another game again, Travis. You just ruined it. Good job, idiot.
I no, I'm going to blame it on my jersey. I'm never wearing that jersey again. I'm going to buy a new jersey for the next.
Because listen, everything every fan does, whether at home or at the stadium, has a direct impact on the game.
I know. You're preaching to the choir right now.
You need to fucking get rid of it now, dude. It'll have a direct impact later.
I may have It's funny that Jake came up in MC's voicemail, but I may have texted Jake in the middle of the night saying, we need to quote unquote solve this problem. And I don't know exactly what I was alluding to, but I don't know. I was just so angry.
We need to solve this problem. We got to find out what the problem was.
The jersey's the problem, and the player might be the problem.
I mean, it's not the player's fault that you wore that jersey, all right?
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's totally my fault, and boy, I was irritated. But
sounds like it.
Yeah, but other than that, it was a pretty good night, except for the goddamn girls that kept talking at the fucking game. Like at one point, I was like, I had to like do like the turn around and look, but make it look like you're not looking because I wanted to see like who these girls were with. Because honestly, if I would have taken my Mandy or maybe before we were married, taking somebody that I was dating to a game and she fucking talked the entire game, that'd be it for us. Like that's it. Have a nice life. I'm never gonna. You've ruined this. Yeah,
you've ruined this.
You've ruined hockey for me.
that was all it took, huh?
No, I would have. But if it was somebody if it was Mandy, yes, that's what it would take.
Nice. All right, well that's real romantic of you on your anniversary weekend, but
it was fun. We had a great time. I think.
Well, you had an okay time. We didn't say great time.
Yeah, that's true. No, we had a great time. Like with the outcome of the game, and all that bullshit happened. We had a pretty great time. It was like I said, Sunday was a bit hazy about what completely took place. We went to a bar after the game, and Mandy and I have been watching this show called Ray Donovan. And the only thing you need to know about this show is everybody in the show are alcoholics. So they drink like with a lot of whiskey. So
okay.
As Mandy and we were on our way back to the hotel, we decided to stop into a bar. So we were at the end of the night, and Mandy decided to start buying rocks glasses full of Fireball.
Cool.
She's like, yeah, I feel cool, like drinking her fucking Fireball. It did not end well for her. So,
oh man, it's a lot of Fireball.
That is a lot of Fireball.
That must taste delicious though, going down.
I guess
not as good as Pura, which tastes like water.
Pura is great.
Dude. Oh my God, dude. Oh man. I was so hydrated though that day because I was drinking water first to prep for it. Then I was just drinking pure, which is just water. So hydrated, man. Let me tell you.
You're probably pissing for days.
Oh, dude, but you know what though? I didn't get a hangover because I had my banana. I was hydrated. Had my aspirin. Fucking no hangover. Next day I was fucking ready to go again, except it was Sunday and I couldn't because you got to go to work on Monday because I'm a fucking wage cuck. So.
Well, I tell you what, shall we kind of pivot here and talk about again, if you haven't put pieces together, we don't have a regular topic this week. We
have one. We're saving it for next week.
Right. But
I've still got ready to go, buddy.
The thing about it is like little shit keeps popping up and like I make notes about stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to talk about this and I want to talk about that. And then, like, I was going through my phone.
And then I'm dreaming of topics, apparently.
Right. So, like, and so what we're going to talk about next is something that popped up that I wanted to try. And that is, I don't know if anybody else has seen the posts on social media, but about what you do is you Google Florida man plus your birthday, and you see what the headline is that comes up.
Yes. So, for instance, if you were born on February 12th, you would type in Florida man February 12th, and then hit enter, and then the old Google machine will pull up something for you.
Your Google machine.
Whatever you use. Now, Travis, do you want to do yours first?
No, I can do my first. Is that what you?
You should, because mine's better than yours.
Okay. All right. So mine is Florida man threatens to kill professor over 7 a.m. final.
That's a good reason to kill a professor, though.
But hold on, I had to read the article a little bit because it does get better.
All right.
So the college student at 1 a.m. got on Twitter and started tweeting and said, "Now, this is really difficult to read." It says, "Bay, B-E-Y, I gurn." Gern, Bay, I gern effing fucking killed this professor. Bay, this is my confession of premeditated murder.
Oh my God.
He fucking tweeted this out. Like, what is wrong with him?
He tweeted that out.
Yes. And then was surprised when the cops showed up to his front door.
Surprised?
He's like, I didn't do it. And then they found it, and of course he did it. But I like that. Like at 1 o'clock in the morning, he's like, you know what? Fuck this guy for having a 7 a.m. final.
Yeah, that guy's fucking dead.
How about maybe instead of threatening somebody, just don't show up? You're not going,
or just study. You fucking idiot.
Nah, they weren't going to go far enough anyways.
Get a good night's sleep. What's the routine they use in Van Wilder?
I don't remember.
What is he, like 8 hours of sleep, protein shake in the morning or something? Remember?
No, it's been a while since I've seen that movie.
That's a deep pull. I'm sorry if you don't get my Van Wilder references.
All right, what's your article?
So Travis, be honest though, that was not the first thing that popped up when you Googled it.
It was not.
You had to look through a couple. You might want to Google mine. I'll tell. So, do you know my birthday, Travis?
You said it right before we were recording. I can't remember anybody's fucking birthday.
All right. Well, this is a true story. I'll tell you later. If you type in Florida man and my birthday, the first article that pops up, literally, numero uno, is Milton man hit pregnant girlfriend with bag of tortilla chips over baby's paternity.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, you're right. You've got a much better Florida man article there.
Yep. So the headline is Florida man. That's why it popped up first. But when you go to the actual article, it says Milton man. Oh. But if you go to the Google, it says Florida man hits, the headline is Florida man hits pregnant girlfriend with bag of tortilla chips over baby's paternity.
And I'll be honest with you, I skipped over one. My first one, which isn't good at all. It's just Florida man attacked by gator, not seriously injured.
Yeah, not good.
But
no,
there was another one. Oh wait, never mind. Oh no. This one is from.
You're bogarting my story though.
Yeah, I apologize. I know I was gonna get back to it, but the one. Yeah, go back because that's not. That's why I didn't pick it. Because it actually didn't happen on my birthday.
This article, the picture of this dude, this guy's name is, the dude's name. What would you, Travis? I'm going to just guess. What would you think a name of someone that would have hit their pregnant girlfriend in the face with a bag of tortilla chips? What would their name be? What would their first name be?
Bobo?
No. What's like a real, like, I apologize, what's like a real, like, piece of shit name?
Terry?
Close. Ends in a Y.
Is it like Frankie or Bobby?
Very close. Rusty.
Yeah, you're right. Does Rusty have a mullet?
Rusty has a very weird face. So her name is Rusty Beatty. He hit her in the face apparently 3 times with a bag of tortilla chips. But then he punches his daughter in the face.
What the fuck? How old's the daughter?
That doesn't make the headline at all, by the way, though.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, how,
So then, then the boy article, he got arrested, all this other stuff. But anyways, so yeah.
Does it say how old his daughter is?
It does not. It does not say how old the daughter is in the article. He's 30.
Yes, I actually I pulled up the article.
Oh, you found it.
I needed to see what this dude looked like. And honestly, it's not nearly as bad as I thought. He does.
He looks weird.
Oh, he looks weird. And he looks like somebody that would hit somebody in the face with a bag of tortilla chips.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. I like, were they store brand potato chips? Were they the rounds?
I got to know if they're Tostitos. They're not Tostitos. They're living in Florida.
Right. Yes. No. I know that. But like,
they got to be store brand, right?
I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah. They've got to be store brand.
Was the bag open or not, though? And did it break the seal when she got hit in the face with it, though? I got to know. They eat these chips afterwards? What's going on? Have a little snack?
You bring up a great point. Maybe that's why he hit her 3 times, because it took 3 times to open up the bag. He's not.
Oh, he was probably trying to open the bag. It's misunderstood.
Right. He's not a piece of shit. He was just trying to open up the bag for her. She's pregnant.
He just didn't know. He didn't know how to do it properly.
She's eating for 2 and he's drinking for 3. So he's
family 5 right there.
He's just doing his part.
They got a good old family of 5 going on right there, man. Party of 5, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I told you, first article, man, I win. Sorry, buddy.
No, you're absolutely.
By the way, this is recent. This happened this year.
Yes, I did see that. Yeah, and you are 100% correct.
And it was less than a month ago. Had we played this game a month ago, Travis, everything could have been different.
Yes, it could have been.
If only.
I know.
Oh well, that was fun time. It's a good game. So everyone, just go to Google and type in Florida Man and your birthday, and let us know give us a call and let us know what article pops up. We want to know. I want to see what pops up when you Google Florida Man and your birthday. Yeah,
I do too.
And also, I want you to go drink Pure and tell me how awesome it
is. Yes, please. That would be great.
I want you guys to call in with your best Pure story, because I'm quickly gathering them.
All right, so let's talk about let's talk about the article that I sent you today.
All right, so we'll move on to end times. So,
we do.
Travis had a very serious end times, which we're just going to not take seriously.
Wait. Is this end times? Because we had another end times about the Pope.
What? We have 2 articles we're talking about now?
Well, I sent you a video before the episode.
Is that end times now?
This is why we talk about shit before we hit record.
Dude, I was having audio issues. I was focused on something else. That's not my fault, all right?
All right, so let's talk about this. May or may not be end times. We'll see how long this takes us to get through. If not, we have other end times. But yes, let's talk about the article that I sent to you earlier today.
Okay, I need to hear about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so do you want me to give the synopsis of it, or you want to?
I want to know why you want to talk about it. So yeah, you got to give us the rough draft of it.
So the rough draft of this is there is a family that owns a pharmaceutical company, and the family is called the Sackler family.
Yeah, what a name.
I know, it really is. And Bobo, if you have the article pulled up, what's the pharmaceutical company that they own?
It's Purdue Pharma.
Okay. So basically what's happening is New York State is suing them. Suing the actual family. Not just suing the company, but they're suing the actual family because they've allegedly covered up their illegal business practices when it came to opioids and the selling of opioids. Apparently, you can only sell a certain amount within a month, and they would help the pharmacies fudge the numbers so they could sell more of these opioids.
Now, also, what's important to note there, and they kind of gloss over this in the article, but they mentioned it at the very beginning, and it doesn't come up again, is this company back in 2007, they had a plea deal where they admitted they misrepresented the drug's addictive qualities and potential for abuse.
Right.
So this company, these guys have actually admitted previously that yes, this drug is more addictive and more potential to abuse than we thought we said it was. We've misrepresented that. They've admitted to that.
Right.
And now they get, they're being sued for what they're doing. That makes it worse.
They're kind of pieces of shit. Like, they're kind of pieces of shits. It seems like it. If all of this is true.
Listen, allegedly pieces of shit, Travis.
Alleged pieces of shit. Yes, okay.
Alleged pieces of shit.
Right. Big, corny pieces of shit. But, but what the aspect of this that I kind of want to talk about is what I find fascinating about this whole thing is this family gives away a lot of money to charity.
Yes.
Like they have, if you're not unfamiliar, and I don't understand why you would be familiar unless you're reading about this, but they give a lot to the art community or the art world, I guess it would be. Like the Smithsonian has an Arthur M. Sackler Gallery, just one of these goddamn people's, relatives. The Metropolitan Museum of Art has a Sackler wing. The Louvre in Paris, they also have a Sackler wing. There's a Sackler Museum at Harvard and a Sackler Center for Arts and Education at the Guggenheim. So they give away a good amount of money to these charities.
Yes, they do.
But what has happened is some of these art places, these art galleries have like the Guggenheim has started to tell them they don't want their money back, or they don't want their money in it anymore.
Yeah, they're not giving it back. Well, maybe they should, but they're basically saying we're not going to take this family's money because they're pieces of shit.
Right? They're not giving it back. And actually, I was listening to a piece about this. This is actually how it all kind of piqued my interest. A lot of times, whenever a rich person donates money and gets their name on a building, there is a contract to that for how long their name has to be on that building. So, like.
Yes.
Even if these prestigious places wanted to take their names down off it, legally they may not be allowed to.
They're not. Typically, until the contract runs out.
Well, there may be morality clauses in there or something, something like that.
Right, but again, they're not morality clauses. I mean, I don't know if there are. Usually, in things like that, I doubt there probably are morality clauses. But again, these are all just alleged complaints now. They're not been found guilty of anything.
Right. Yes, you're absolutely right.
It will take a long time for this to work its way through the courts. I promise you.
But here's my question. Here's the whole reason why I bring this up. Why do we care? Why do we care if these alleged pieces of shit people gave money to these art galleries? And why do we care? Like, why should these art galleries be at least cutting ties? Maybe cutting ties is fine, but like making a big stink about how they're not taking their money. Take their fucking money. Do something good with it. Display art with it, and make it affordable for people that aren't fucking millionaires to go see it.
Travis, the problem is the money was gotten through means that are, like, for instance, how many people die every day from opioid addiction?
Too many.
That's where that money comes from, though.
Right.
Like, okay, great. So we're gonna get money. The Sackler family, whatever, donated $100,000 to the Met.
Right.
That $100,000, had they not made that money, probably would have kept 1,000 people alive, though. So they're just taking opioid death money, to put paintings on walls.
But after the fact, they are.
But if you're the Met and you now know that, shouldn't you just want to give that money back so they could use it for like rehab and like addiction, medications and therapy and things like that.
If it was going to go to that thing, that kind of stuff, but it's not. And you and I know that that's not how this works. Like, people don't like get caught and get charged with crimes. They're like, oh shit, you're right, we were wrong.
No, but the Met could donate that money to that cause. They could take it and redonate it.
Absolutely, they could. I guess they could. But who does that?
I can see why they don't want the money, because they don't want to be in that situation where we know where this money comes from, but we are still going to take it. It's not a good look.
Right.
Once you know the money is coming on the backs of like dead opioid, addicts, it doesn't look good now to take it after you know that.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like, I guess, yeah, I that makes sense to me. But I just like, I don't know. I see this money going to a lot of these, like, these art galleries, and I think it's not worthy cause is not the right term, but I think like art, I feel like art galleries should be out there and people should be able to see them, and and if it means like taking money from some shitty people, now
that's where we draw a line. I do not think it's worth taking money from people like this.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I just don't, what's the alternative? Where's the money going to go? It's not like, if it's got to go somewhere, I'd rather it go to an art gallery than go into these people's pockets.
I absolutely agree. I don't know what the answer is there.
Right.
I just don't know that taking the money is an answer.
Sure. Okay.
I agree with you. I'd rather the Met get it than just sit in there and line their fucking bank accounts in their coffers.
Right. Yeah. Like, if they're going to donate it to something, they're not going to donate it to addiction control because that hurts their bottom line.
Actually, if you read the complaint, Travis, it doesn't. So I'm reading the actual lawsuit right now.
Yeah.
Which is 269 pages long.
Okay.
On page 120, there's a chart. This is the best part. Remember It's Always Sunny where they talk about a pyramid being the reverse funnel system?
Right.
There's literally a chart that comes from one of their, it's in the complaint. It comes from one of their presentations, I guess they gave their board of directors.
Right.
Where it says, this is the title of it: Purdue should consider expansion across the pain and addiction spectrum. And then below is a picture of a blue funnel. And on the very big top of the funnel, if it was a pyramid turned upside down.
Right.
The big end is pain treatment. And on the bottom and the small end of the funnel is opioid addiction treatment. And the bottom line text says, there is an opportunity to expand our offering as an end-to-end pain provider.
Jesus Christ.
So they're going to offer opioids at the top to treat your pain, and at the bottom, they're going to treat your addiction. They literally put in a PowerPoint presentation in their board meeting for their company that they can make money on both ends of that.
Wow. They're big pieces of shit.
That picture literally is in this complaint. They got this from the company. Like, they're literally admitting to doing that, by the way.
I mean, yeah. Like,
are you fucking kidding me?
Sure. I no.
Like, this shit's real life, Travis. That's like something you'd see in a goddamn movie with some like evil villain like cackling. No. This shit's happening. This is a real company that did this.
I have to believe that some of those people that work for that company, they don't see this as nefarious so much as their opioids are a really good way to deal with pain. And while some people may get addicted to that, there's probably a certain segment of people that don't get addicted to these opioids. Like, they take them for whenever they need them and they stop doing it afterwards. And then there's a certain segment of their customers that do get addicted. So then they're seeing, oh, well, you know what? Maybe we should help them out and make money at the same time. But wow.
There's from the same presentation that they gave, there's a line here, quote, opioid addiction can happen to anyone, from a 50-year-old woman with chronic lower back pain to an 18-year-old boy with a sports injury, from the very wealthy to the very poor. And then they had a study, they reviewed a study of the people addicted to opioids that had doubled from 2009 to 2014. Quote, opioid addiction has grown by 20%. Which they found, like, they basically saw that as like, oh, there's money to be made here. Like, they're actually studying it in this presentation.
Right.
But they're a company that sells opioids. That's the fucked part about it.
Well, there's growth potential.
Jesus Christ, Travis.
Yeah, wow.
It's fucking amazing they did that. Like, the balls on people like that.
I was just really hoping that like some idiot was writing that, like, and it went from, addiction can happen to anybody, whether it's a 50-year-old lady with chronic back pain or an 18-year-old kid with chronic back pain. Addiction can happen to anyone.
Like, this is the thing is, like, like if you're an opioid company, you're selling opioids, and you realize your shit is addictive, like, okay, they've realized that. They had to plead to it in 2007.
Right.
Like, it's addictive. Your next thought should be, maybe how can we make them less addictive? Not, how can we make money off of this terrible side effect?
Now, you know what their first thought was? We should probably call Marlboro and see what their business plan is.
Right. That's true, because they have an answer. Like, how have those guys gone this long without getting in trouble? That's the company we need to talk to.
They got some ideas.
They're really going places.
Yeah.
And Marlboro's like, well, you should just buy Juul.
Yeah. Oh my God. I love, and we'll talk about this probably in future episodes, but I love how now like commercials are like, I quit smoking by smoking Juuls.
Yeah, you know what though? The first study to come out about that is very promising for Juul.
Right. Oh yeah. And I'm sure it's better at this point. We just don't know.
No. There's a peer-reviewed scientific study that came out that showed like Juul does help you quit smoking.
Right. But it's not over a long period of time. Oh, no. Oh, it helps you quit smoking. Yes, you're right. I know. But we don't know whether it's better for you to be vaping.
No, that's true. But it does help you quit smoking. And if it's a smoking cessation tool, that's still a step in the right direction because at least you get off of it, right?
Do you see that as quitting smoking? You're just replacing it with vaping.
No. But they stop vaping too eventually. That's the idea behind that study.
Oh, they do?
They stop using any nicotine product.
Because of the public shame of vaping?
Like, of course. That's what we need to do. We've kind of accepted vaping.
Right.
We can't let it go, Travis. We've got to double down on vape shaming in America. That's the only answer.
I like it. I'm in.
If you see someone smoking a Juul, tell them they're a fucking dickhead.
Just throw popcorn at them because they're going to get popcorn.
Tell them they might as well be sucking on a crack pipe. That'll solve a lot of problems.
Oh yeah. All right. You want to move into end times? I think we got some time. I think we got time for this.
We do. We got time for it. Okay. So Travis sent me this video and I'm going to watch it right now because I haven't watched it yet.
Yes. And so while Bobo's watching this video, it's posted on pwthepodcast.com. And what it is the Pope Francis. He's standing in a church somewhere, I suppose. And there's a line of people coming up and shaking his hand. However, they're also trying to kiss his ring, which he clearly does not want them to, because every person that tries to kiss their ring, which is every person that shakes his hand, he pulls it away. And just has like this this stupid look on his face, like he's trying like I do applaud him for he doesn't want people to kiss his ring because it's a dumb tradition. But like it's
so fucking awkward. He just literally. You ever play that game in like the slap game with your hands with your friends, where you put your hand, they put their palms up, you put their hands palm down on top of them,
yeah,
and then you try to slap their hand real quick. He would be fucking world champion at it.
He does.
He literally is doing it constantly. Like he's got to be the best to ever play the game.
He's got great reflexes for an old dude. Like,
my dude.
But
this is fucking wild.
But so here's what I was thinking when I was watching this video. Like, you can't tell Catholics not to do something. But, legitimately, because they just won't fucking listen. Like, hey, don't rape boys. Well, we're not going to listen. Hey, don't kiss my ring. We're still not going to fucking listen. Like, I'm sure everybody in this line was told the Pope would like you not to kiss his ring. He doesn't feel it is appropriate, and yet everybody's fucking doing it, and nobody's like. There's like a I don't know, cardinal probably standing next to him. Like at some point, you would think he would step in and stop the line, and be like, "Listen, you got to really knock it off." But as we know from past years, cardinals never step in and tell everybody to knock things off.
The problem with that is though, like I feel like you're conditioned to kiss his ring. And it doesn't matter because you're never going to see the guy again. Like, this is the only chance your whole life probably to see the Pope. So telling him no, like, what's it matter? You're already there.
I mean, he's an authority figure in the Catholic religion. Like, you don't want to piss the dude off, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I find it just so odd that people would.
It's funny to watch. People need to go watch this video because like he's like pulling his hand away. Like it's fucking so awkward. It's goddamn great.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like what? Why?
And you know what? They can deal with the awkwardness, but the Catholics need to suffer a little bit more first. So.
I guess I don't know. It's just so stupid. Like this is so quintessential Catholic in my mind. Like
I'm pretty pissed at the Catholics right now. So like.
Yeah, but I mean, but this, like, you know, you tell a lot of Catholics that I know, and I understand this is all just based on anecdotal evidence, but like, I know like a ton of Catholics that are like, yeah, we're Catholic, and they're like, well, okay, and you talk to them like, oh, okay, well, like, you know, like some of the stuff in the Bible, like, oh, well, we don't really, you know, subscribe to that. I'm just like, why the fuck are you calling yourself a Catholic?
Because the whole joke is a good Catholic is one that doesn't go to church.
Right. So, yes.
Right.
But I don't know. If
you're going to pick and choose, I mean, I got a religion for you.
Yeah. I think
we should listen to Prestige Worldwide every week. That's
right. I think we should start taking this religion on the road. Have some
dude, that we should. The basic tenets are you got to call 747 banging.
That's right. That's 747-226-4464.
We don't have a poll for this week.
We don't have a poll for this week.
God damn, man.
Go through your stuff and let me think of a poll while you're
You think of a poll real quick. I'm going to tell listeners all about how you can find Prestige Worldwide on the intrawebs, on the internets, if you will.
Okay.
We have a website, pwthepodcast.com. That's where we post all the videos, the articles we post, you know, all the funny pictures, the picture of Travis, you know, choking to death on a piece of sausage. So you can go find all that stuff, pwthepodcast.com. Just go there, click on the Want More link if you need more stuff. That's where all the good content is, on the Want More button. Vote on the poll, which we'll decide on in a minute. Also, check us out on our Instagram, the Twitter, the Facebook. It's all PW the Podcast. So Instagram.com/PW the Podcast, Twitter.com/PW the Podcast. All that stuff, Facebook, it's PW the Podcast. And you can find all their shit there, the pictures, the episode descriptions, the links to the episodes themselves if you need to go find them. Comment, you know, give us some likes, whatever you need to do to tell us that, you know, we're awesome. We do it all those places, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all of them. We need to know everywhere how awesome we are.
Yes.
Did you think of a poll yet, or should I keep going?
I think I've got one.
All right, what we got?
I think the poll this week should be, who's worse? Bobo's Florida man, Rusty, whatever his last name was, or the Sackler family?
Rusty Beatty.
Yeah. Who's worse, Rusty Beatty or the Sackler family?
Oh! That's a good one, Travis.
I mean, the Sackler family's pretty bad, but the
a dude who hits his pregnant wife in the face with a bag of Tostitos, or someone who is responsible indirectly for killing tens of thousands of individuals a year.
But he didn't just stop with hitting his pregnant.
He then punched his girlfriend's or his wife's daughter. It wasn't his, I don't think. In the face.
I think it is his. Oh no, wait, yeah, it was her daughter. And then he
punched a kid in the face.
Punched a kid in the face, choked her. Yeah. Who's worse?
Who's worse? Good question. You can vote on pwthepodcast.com. Also, you can find our podcast. We're on Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, wherever good podcasts are hosted. Just search for Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. Also, join the Fantasy Movie League if you want to join in the fun. It's fantasymovieleague.com. Prestige Worldwide, the podcast is the league, and the password to get in is Travis Bobo. All one word, all lowercase. Travis Bobo.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I got, buddy.
I think that's all I got too.
You think next week we'll get to the topic at hand that we've had for like a month now, or?
I'd like to say yes, but then I also who knows what's going to happen this week?
Who knows? Time will tell.
Time will tell.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week.
See you next Thursday.